Assalamu alaikum grade 2. Today inshallah we're going to talk about chapter 5 starting from lesson 101. We're going to talk about fractions, okay? So the first thing that we have to know is the definition of a fraction, okay? Let's at first look at the three circles. The first circle is divided into two parts. As you see in here, I have the first part and the second part. Second circle is divided into three parts, and the third circle is divided into four parts. So if I want to know the fraction of each part in here, okay, the fraction of each part in here, let's see the first part. That one, it's a one part out of two parts, okay? What about this one in here? The same. So also one part out of two parts. So this part is 1 out of 2, and this part is also 1 out of 2. So this one is a half, okay? This one is a half, and this one also is a half. So I divided each. I divided the whole one into two halves. I divided the whole one into two halves. Let's see the next one. It's also divided into three parts, and there are three equal parts, by the way. We have to divide any shape we want to find its fraction into equal parts. This one, so one part out of the total, which is three parts. And of course this will happen again in here. One out of three, and in here one out of three. So this one is a third, or 1/3. So if it's a 1 out of 2, it's a half. If it's a 1 out of 3, it's a third, okay? Now in here, this one is one part out of, yes, that's right, 4 parts, and it will be the same in here, 1 out of 4. And also in here 1 out of 4, and 1 out of 4. So this one is the third. This one will be a fourth. Okay, or it has another name, which is quarter. So this one is quarter or fourth, okay? So if it's 1 out of 2, it's a half. It's a one. If it's 1 out of 3, it's a third, and if it's 1 out of 4, it's fourth. But mister, why do we write it like that? Okay, this is called a fraction. This is called fraction. I have number in the top, which is the part, and number down there, which is a total, and I have in here a fraction bar, which is dividing the line between the top and the bottom, okay? The fraction bar is the line between the top and the bottom. So again, the fraction is a part of one whole. Okay, I'm taking just a part from the whole shape, so it's a part of one whole. But at first we have to divide the shape into equal parts. Okay, I have in here the half. When I divide the shape into two equal parts, I have the third when I divide the shape into three equal parts, and I can get quarter or fourth from a shape divided into four equal parts. If I have 1 out of 2, this one, which is the number on the top, is a numerator. The number in the top is the numerator, and the number in the bottom is the denominator. So I have a numerator in the top and denominator in the bottom. And what's between them in here is the fraction bar. What's between them in here is the fraction bar, okay, which is a line between the numerator and the denominator. So this is the form of the fraction. This is the form of the fraction. So, is the one whole always a circle? No, it's not always a circle. In here I have a circle and rectangles. Okay, this is how we can divide a circle into two halves. But if it's a rectangle, we can divide it like that, top and bottom, like that, left and right, and like that with the diagonal. Okay, I have two parts also in here. Each one is half. Each one is half because both of them are equal. What about third? This is a circle and this is a rectangle. I can divide it like that, like our flag. Okay, or like that. The fourth or the quarter, we can divide it in the circle like that, or in the rectangle. I have 4 equal parts in here, 4 equal parts in here, and 4 equal parts in here. So all of them are quarters, all of them are thirds, and all of them are halves. Okay, each part in here, each part. Okay, now let's move to lesson 101, which is in page 84. In here he just wants to know, he wants us to determine if the circle is divided into equal parts or unequal parts. Okay, so it's just very easy. I'm just going to say if it's equal or not equal. Okay, in the first one, if these two parts are equal? Of course not. They are unequal parts. In the second one, are these 4 parts are equal? No, they are not equal too. So it's unequal parts. What about in here? Are they equal? Yes, they are equal parts in here. So what fraction of 1 part in here? Let's say the first one up there. It's a 1 out of 2. It's a 1 out of 2, so it's half. What about in here? Are they equal? No, they are unequal too. In here, are they equal? Yes, I have in here 4 equal parts, So the fraction in here will be 1 out of 4, which is fourth or quarter. And in here they are unequal parts. Let's move to lesson 2, page 86. Lesson 102, page 86. In here, he wants us to copy the information from the class chart onto the chart below. If we were in the class, we will make the chart on the board, then we're going to work it, then we're going to copy it in the book. So we're just going to do it directly from here. I have in here 3 circles. In your book they are not divided, they are just 3 circles. Okay, we're going to divide them, the first one into 2 halves, the next one into 3 thirds, and the last one into 4 quarters. Okay, and now I'm going to write the data that you want from me. How many equal parts I have in here? I have 2 equal parts, 1 and 2. I have 2 equal parts in here. What about in here? I have 3 equal parts, and in here we have 4 equal parts. Okay, what is the fraction here? The fraction here will be, in words of course, it will be a half. The fraction in here, it will be a half. What about in here? It will be a third. And in here I said it will be fourth or quarter. So 1 part in here is 1 out of 2. One out of 2. The number in the top is the numerator, the number in the bottom is the denominator, and between them we have the fraction bar. Between them we have the fraction bar. 1 out of 3, which is a third, and 1 out of 3. And again, the number in the top is the numerator, number in the bottom is the denominator, and between them we have the fraction bar. 1 out of 4, and this is the last quarter, 1 out of 4. So what is the vocab, or the new vocab that we said in here? We said the numerator, and also we said the denominator, and we also have the fraction bar. So we have a numerator, a denominator, and a fraction bar. In lesson 103, it's page 88. In here we will know that the numerator is not always 1. The numerator is not always 1, okay? It could be something different. So in here the first circles that you have, it's not shaded in your book, so I shaded them for you. The first one I shade one part, and the second one I shade two parts, then here three parts, and in here I shaded the whole circle. So I want to write the fraction here. How many colored parts in the first one? Yes, I have one part colored. What about the total? How many parts I have in here? I have 4 parts. I have to count all the parts, not only the white one. I have to count all the parts. So in this one, it's 1 out of 4. It's 1 out of 4. What about this one? How many parts in here? I have in here 2 colored parts. So it's 2 out of 4. The total is also 4. The total is constant in all of them. So the numerator in here is 2 because we have 2 colored parts. In here it will be 3 out of 4. I have 3 colored parts, so it will be 3 out of 4. And in here I have it 4 out of 4 because of all of the parts are colored. All of the parts are colored. Some of you is going to tell me that in this one I have 1 part colored out of 2 parts. If I said that this is 1 part and this is 1 part, so I have 1 part colored out of 2 parts. Yeah, that's right too. 2/4 or 2/4 equals 1/2. 2/4 equals 1/2. And also 4 out of 4 in here is the same as 1 whole. If the numerator and the denominator are equal, so it will be 1 whole. So the first one I have quarter, in the second one I have 2/4 or half, in the third one I have 3/4, and in the last one I have 1 whole, which is 4 out of 4 or 4/4. Next page, the same, but this time I have my circle is divided into 3 parts only. So the first one will be 1 out of 3, which is 1/3. In here it will be 2 out of 3, 2/3, and in here it will be 3 out of 3, and again the numerator and the denominator in here are equal, so it will be equals 1, which is 1 whole. Okay, 3 out of 3 equals 1 whole. On lesson 104, page 91, we have in here the fraction wall. We have the fraction wall. I will just write the data and I will let you color it by yourself. So the first one in here, he wants me to write 1 whole 1 on the top bar. So this is the top bar, and I'm going to write in here 1 whole 1. 1 whole 1, as he wants from me. Then number 2, find and label the halves. Okay, so halves in here is the plural of half. Okay, halves in here is the plural of half. So if I have two halves, okay, so it will be half and half. But where is the halves in here? Of course this one is a half, and this one is also a half. So I write half in the first one. It's 1 part out of 2 parts, and also in here it's 1 part out of 2 parts. What about down there? It's divided into how many bars? There are 3 bars. So this one will be 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3, and 1 out of 3. What about in here? It's a 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4. This is the fourth or the quarter. 1 out of 4, and the last one. This is the 1 out of 4. So this is our fraction wall.